I have an air-cooled motorcycle head here that the owner had broken off a bolt that fastens or clamps down the camshaft. And they tried to drill it out, but what usually happens in that case, if you're doing that freehand, if you're not using a mill or a drill press, what happens a lot of times is the drill will walk to the side of the steel bolt and go right down through the aluminum casting. And sometimes you don't even realize it because of the chips and the dirt until it's too late, and then you can't do anything about it. So then you send it to a shop. And originally what I wanted to do is just drill out the broken off bolt and then retap it with an 8mm tap. Well, what happened is since the drill walked off to the side, there's this big elongated hole there. I went ahead anyways with an 8mm tap size drill and drilled out the broken bolt and got rid of all the threads out of there. But what I found out is there was not enough thread to hold a new bolt since it was elongated. It was more like a slot. What I decided to do is install a threaded insert. Now that's the point of this video here. Is I'm sure you've all heard of helicoils, which is just like a little hardened spring that screws down inside a hole. But here's something that I found that I like better than helicoils. Now, a friend of mine who has this bike shop that I got this from introduced me to these threaded inserts. Now you see it's kind of a unique design. It's a steel insert, of course, and you have the 8mm on the inside and the 12mm on the outer diameter. And notice there's 4 slots in it with stakes here. Now what's really neat about these is you put these in place and you drive these stakes down into the parent material, and these things don't move, and they are removable. If you need to remove them, it's possible. It's not like you're stuck with them forever if you need to take them out. But these are really neat because once you drive those hardened steel stakes in place, these do not move. And this is this is like helicoil on steroids. They've got a heavy wall thickness and they just stay in place. So I already started drilling this hole now. I'm drilling it out to 27/64, I believe, is the size for the 12mm tap I'm using. Here's a 12mm tap. That's what I'm going to tap this. That's what the thread is on the outside here. So I'm going to finish drilling this hole here real quick. I already have it mostly done. Clean that out. Yeah, you want to make sure the threads are really clean so it screws down there pretty easily. And then you just put it in place like a regular bolt. And you want to put the insert just, you don't want it flush, you want it just slightly lower than the parent material. Okay, with this kit too, they give you a little driving tool with these, which is pretty cool. This drives the stakes down into the parent material. Now you're just supposed to tap these in place. I'll use the mill to start this with. I don't like using the mill as an arbor press, of course. That's not a good idea, but I'll use it just to start it, get it straight. It doesn't take much pressure to do that. So you see, actually, I was hardly putting any pressure on this spindle now, so don't hate me for doing that with the mill. But it was actually less pressure than I would use with, say, a 3/4 inch or a 1-inch drill bit, so it's really no harm there. Now you see how the stakes, I drove them right down flush with the casting, so they will stay out of the way of the any kind of gaskets that are there. And now what you have is an 8mm hardened steel insert that will definitely, it raises the stress to a larger amount of aluminum, so they won't have any problems with that again. And what these stakes do is they drive down through the aluminum material and make a spline setup. So this definitely won't be backing out. Like I said before, you can actually drill these out, knock the splines over, and then remove these if you have to. But these are really a neat thing to have if you're doing any kind of thread repair. Again, these are called Keenserts. You can see the spelling in the top there, metric Keenserts. You can still get these, and I highly recommend them. They're very, very easy to use and make a permanent repair on just about anything. So I hope you enjoyed that brief installation video. I know I didn't go into any great detail, but sometimes that's good to keep it simple. And you know, give me a thumbs up. I always appreciate that, and subscribe to my channel too. I appreciate that if you enjoyed what you saw. Until next video, I'll see you later.